Hello YouTube. Hello. I'm making my dreadlock video as I promised, and I'm really excited because the dreadlock tag videos are something that really pumped me up in getting my own dreadlocks and gave me a lot of good ideas. And I think that this 20 questions answers a lot of things that people commonly ask, so we can just go ahead and get that out of the way. I think it's a good starting point for my channel. The first video is, do you remember the specific moment that you decided that you were going to dread your hair? Where were you and how did you feel? I had been interested in getting dreadlocks for about 3 years. I worked with somebody who had them and I thought they were awesome. Way cool. But I heard tons of horror stories and it really scared me from doing it myself. And I had a bunch of my guy friends tell me that they would never date a girl that had dreadlocks. So I was single and I didn't want to be able to not find a guy or a job because of my hair. So it kind of made me hold off for a few years. Then one day I was talking to my boyfriend about it, and he said that he was down. He thought they were cool. So I was like, sweet, I'm getting them. And then my best friend was getting married about a month after that, so I had to wait till after her wedding because I was the maid of honor, and I didn't want to have like fresh dress, like dirty or not dirty, but just messy dreadlocks in her hair, in my hair during the wedding because she wouldn't have liked that. So I waited till afterwards. I purchased a kit from Dreadlock HQ, which turned out pretty well. And I was just stoked. I was very excited. I started researching like crazy about everything to do with dreadlocks and watching a bunch of videos, including this dreadlock tag videos, and got pumped. What method, if any, did you use to start your dreadlocks? I used the backcombing method. And then I started crocheting and palm rolling, but backcombing was the original step there. It took about 4 days to get through all of them. I was really upset because I thought that I would get them all done in the first day, and was not anywhere close. How old are your dreadlocks? My dreads are only a month and a week old, so they have a ways to go. They're not fully mature yet, but they're getting there, and I'm just excited. Number 4, what is the length of your longest dread and the shortest? The longest one would be that one. It's quite a good size. And it's just really thin and it's towards the bottom, so I think that's why it helps it be so long. The shortest is probably going to be one of these. It's towards the top. My bangs are getting in the way. I have them braided, clipped back. This guy, right here. Yeah, he's probably the shortest one. He doesn't even kind of comes to the crease of my lip. So, it's just because I have a side part, the way that I did mine, right there. So, the ones on this side, because they have like so far to go down, they end up a lot shorter. Let's see. Do you have any dreadlocks that are especially unique, strange, or awesome? Because I am kind of obsessed with manicuring my locks, I don't have any like crazy loops or congos or anything awesome like that. They're all pretty much the same. I would just have to say that this guy is my favorite. Look at the bangs out of there. This guy right here, the reason why is because whenever I first backcombed him, he was really short. He was probably only about that long. So I was like freaking out. I was thinking he was just like sticking out in the air, and I was just thinking that he was just gonna be lame, I guess. And I couldn't even put him back in a ponytail or anything like that. But as I started palm rolling him, he got a little bit longer. He's not really that long still, but he's got a little bit of length to him. He's on his way. Let's see. How many dreads do you have currently? Is that the same number that you started with? I've only counted them once because I haven't like combined any or cut any out or anything like that. And my count was 71. What shampoos or other products do you use on your dreads? I use Dreadlock HQ shampoo. I thought it was really thick, so I watered it down, and I found that I have to use a lot of it. I think it works pretty well. I also use lock pepper. And I probably am going to do like a baking soda vinegar deep cleaning. Thanks, HippieJew, by the way, for that video. But it'll probably be maybe another month or two. I want them to be a little bit more mature before I really deep clean them up. But I also used a towel for a minute that was putting off a lot of lint. So I think I do have some like pieces of lint stuck in my dreads that I don't want to stay in there. So, see, how often do you wash your dreads? My dreads are still pretty new. So I wash them every 3rd day, sometimes every 4th day, but I know that they do dread better if they're clean. I've heard some people say they only wash them like every month or, like twice a month. I think their dreads are just more mature than mine, because if I were to wash mine once a month, they would be made of honor. Do you have any regular maintenance on your dreads? Like I said, I do crochet hooking, and I do palm rolling. I'm like an obsessed person with my hair. I spend a few hours a day doing it. Not like just sitting there only doing my dreads in a dark corner or anything. I'll like do it while I'm watching TV or smoking or whatever. But, I want them to look good. I don't want them to be all crazy like. And I know that I'm moving back to Missouri in about a month, so I want them to be presentable at that point, because that'll be the first time that a lot of my friends see them. What are your favorite beads or other decorations? I don't have any decorations yet, but I will. Once they're a little bit more mature, I'm going to put some in. My best friend is supposed to be getting a charm for me, or she did apparently whenever she was in her honeymoon in Florida, so I can't wait to see it and put it in, and I want to have my little sister pick one out, and just different stuff. I don't want to overboard it like right away, because I want each decoration to be unique and have a special meaning to it. I am thinking about doing embroidery thread really soon. I purchased some colors that I liked, so maybe I'll have it the next time I make a video. If your dreads had their own personal motto, what would it be? That's kind of hard to say, because I don't want my dreadlocks to be like a determination of who I am. I think that my dreadlocks are really just an extension of who I am. They don't define me or anything. So I think my dreadlocks just want to tell me to live my life, because we do lots of fun stuff together. It's great. So I had to wait. If you could start a new set of dreadlocks, would you do anything differently? Whenever I was watching other people's tag videos, I noticed that a lot of them mentioned sectioning. So whenever I first started doing mine, I made my boyfriend section them, and he did a really good job, and so I can't say that. I did think that turned out really well, and they all are about the same size. I mean, they vary, but they're not like crazy different. If I could change something though, I probably would back home slower. I know it did take me like 4 days, and I was really disappointed that it took that long, but at the same time, I had to do a lot of crochet hooking later, because there were weak spots and it wasn't as tight around the roots as I wanted it to be. So I don't know if that would have made any difference, if it would have fell out anyways, but maybe. Is there anything else unique about your appearance other than your dreadlocks, such as tattoos, piercings, whatever? I don't really have any piercings besides my ears, and it's just the basic. I don't have gauges or anything. I do, however, have some tattoos. So I will show them to you. I'm in a rocking chair, so let me scoot it back. This is my xoxo. It's in black ink, and it has a shadow on it that you can't see because it's in UV ink, and it glows in the black light. So if you ever go to a strip club with me, I'm glowing. And this one here, hopefully you could see that. It means beautiful in Japanese. I had just gotten out of a really rough relationship where I dated an alcoholic who was really mean to me, and he made me feel like shit all the time, and pretty much just made me feel like I wasn't beautiful. And so I got the tattoo to remind myself to never let anybody make me feel like that again, to remind myself that I am beautiful and fuck everybody else, because I am who I am. So, yeah, that one really means a lot to me. Let's see. How many people do you know personally with dreadlocks? I don't know anybody with dreadlocks. I know one guy that used to have them, and he cut his out the day before I started back cutting mine. He's the guy that I met 3 years ago. They got me really thinking about them, and he doesn't have them anymore. So, I've met a few people along the years that have them, but none that I keep in touch with or really know personally. Quite a good sign. Have any employers turned you down for having dreadlocks? Or wanted you because of your dreads? I've had the same job the whole time, so that question is not really accurable. What's the weirdest question you've gotten about your dreads? I haven't really gotten that many questions about my dreads. People either tell me that they like them or they just don't say anything. I was palm rolling them one time in the Social Security office, and this guy asked me if that was the only thing I had to do to keep them like that, and I told him no, because I spend a lot of time crochet hooking them. I'm not just gonna, lie. That's not it. Let's see, have you ever had a freak accident or embarrassing moment involving your dreads? Not really. They haven't really gotten snagged on anything yet. They're still kind of new, so they've been pretty well behaved. Do you have any dreaded role models? If so, who? There are quite a few girls on YouTube that I'm into that, not in a lesbian way, but that I think their dreads are awesome. I would say if I had to pick a role model, though, probably be Harriet. Most people know about her. If you found my video, you've probably already watched some of hers. She's pretty cool. Let's see. What dreaded YouTubers could you see yourself hanging out with in real life? And I made a list for this because I can't remember anybody's screen names for nothing. So, here it goes. Hits from a Bong 9. She's pretty cool. 2SVJ7. That is one screen name. Yeah, she's pretty awesome. She's made some videos that I liked. Clementine Tangerine is pretty cool as well. Say Hedgehog, Kelsey Joy 26, and 37 Clary Sage. I really like 37 Clary Sage. I really like her personality, and I think she's really sweet, and the way that she talks to the camera is just really cool. There's also another girl that I can't remember her name, but she has a nose ring, and she has black hair, and she has like a 3-part frequently asked questions video that I found really helpful. The last and final question to this video is, who are you going to tag? I don't really know. I don't know anybody with dreadlocks to tag, and most of the girls on YouTube that I know that have dreadlocks, I found them because they've already done this video, and I'm doing it like a year after the fact. So, tag yourself. If you have dreadlocks and you haven't done this video, you're tagged. Right, YouTube, I hope that you've enjoyed this video, and I promise to keep them coming as well as I can. I love you. Have a great night. It really pumped